Thousands of years ago, Belarus was a wild land of forests and rivers. Ancient tribes hunted, gathered, and left behind silent burial mounds and tools. Later, Eastern Slavic groups settled here, bringing their language and customs and building villages along the rivers. Influenced by Baltic neighbours, these settlements formed a unique culture. Polotsk grew into a powerful principality connecting the Baltic and Black Seas. Christianity arrived in the 10th century, bringing new faith, art, and stone cathedrals. Euphrosyne of Polotsk became a symbol of learning and faith, founding monasteries and commissioning art. These early centuries laid the foundation for a distinct Belarusian spirit. The Mongol invasions shattered old Slavic states, but the Grand Duchy of Lithuania became a refuge for East Slavs, ancestors of Belarusians. Old Belarusian became the official language, and a diverse society thrived, blending pagan, Orthodox, Catholic, and Jewish traditions. The Statute of the Grand Duchy set advanced legal standards in Old Belarusian. In 1569, Lithuania joined Poland, forming the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, one of Europe's largest states. Polish culture and Catholicism grew influential, but ordinary people kept their Orthodox faith and language. Despite pressures, Belarusian culture survived in villages, songs, and traditions. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth was taken over by Russia, Prussia, and Austria in the late 18th century, and Belarus became part of the Russian Empire. The Tsar's government enforced Russification, which meant banning the Belarusian language and closing down the Unit Church. Belarusian identity was suppressed, but it survived in daily life, in folk tales, and in songs. In the 19th century, writers and thinkers started a quiet cultural revival. They collected folklore and wrote in Belarusian. People like Vincent Dunin Marcinkiewicz celebrated the language and country life. This cultural awakening was an act of defiance, asserting a unique Belarusian history and spirit. The Russian Empire saw only peasants. These pioneers saw a nation waiting to emerge. The beginnings of national awareness were planted, ready to grow as empires became weaker. The idea of Belarus as a distinct land was carefully looked after, even under foreign rule. The spirit of the people lasted, preparing for future changes. The 20th century brought great destruction. The First World War turned Belarus into a battlefield, and the short-lived Belarusian People's Republic was quickly swept away. The land was divided. Western Belarus went to Poland, and Eastern Belarus to the Soviet Union. Polonization and Sovietization followed, with a brief cultural revival soon crushed by Stalin's purges. The Second World War was a disaster. Nazi occupation, the Holocaust, and the destruction of villages meant Belarus lost a third of its population. Yet resistance thrived. Fighters fought from the forests, becoming symbols of courage. The pain of war left deep marks, but it also created a story of survival and heroism. The memory of the Great Patriotic War remains central to Belarusian identity. After the war, Belarus was rebuilt as a model Soviet republic, but the Belarusian language was again pushed aside. The Chernobyl disaster in 1986 poisoned the land and destroyed trust in Moscow. Glasnost and Perestroika reawakened national awareness, leading to widespread movements for independence. The spirit of resilience and hope lasted through every difficulty. In 1991, as the Soviet Union collapsed, Belarus declared its independence. After centuries of foreign rule, Belarusians finally became masters of their own destiny. The Belarusian Popular Front led calls for democracy, and suppressed historical accounts came to light. Independence brought new challenges, but also new opportunities. The nation's journey, from ancient tribes through empires and wars to becoming a sovereign state, was complete. For the first time in centuries, the future of Belarus was in its own hands. The story of Belarus is one of survival, adaptation, and quiet strength. Its people continue to shape their own path, rooted in a rich and strong past.